November 2nd is when we take a look at a few firsts in flight. First, the designer of the Delta Wing was born in 1894. Second, Howard Hughes flew the largest aircraft ever built, the Spruce Goose. And, the first permanent residents of the International Space Station moved in. Alexander Lippisch studied the shapes of things in nature that flew, including seeds, bats, and even things that flew underwater. From this, Alexander designed the first flying wing in the 1920s, with the first Delta Wing getting off the ground in 1931. Then in 1947, Howard Hughes flew for less than 1 minute, the first and last flight of the Spruce Goose, which was really made out of birch, but the press enjoyed calling it that, rather than the birch plane or the flying boat. Hughes was not the person with the original idea for the flying boat, but Henry Kaiser was. Kaiser was the mastermind behind the Liberty ships, which were mass-produced, simple cargo ships that were designed to win the war. More than 2,700 Liberty ships were cranked out. Kaiser contacted Hughes and convinced him and his team in Culver City, California to design the large, winged, wooden boat ships. By the time the Hughes aircraft had finished the first prototype, the war was over, and the need was no longer there. Today, the Spruce Goose is housed at the Evergreen Aviation Museum in McMinnville, Oregon. And finally, on November 2nd in 2000, 3 people moved into the International Space Station for their 4-month mission. The crew consisted of 2 Russians and 1 American. Basically, they hung out in a small section of the orbiting station until more equipment and supplies arrived from Space Shuttle Endeavour. The ISS has continued to grow and is now about the size of a soccer field. When you are lucky enough to get to see the ISS pass over, it looks like a bright planet moving rapidly across the sky. You can track this by Googling ISS Tracker. ISS Commander Chris Hadfield recorded the song Space Oddity while aboard the ISS, which was then uploaded to YouTube. It introduced a new twist in copyright law. Normally, copyrights are based on where the song was recorded, but what does one do about putting a copyright on something that was recorded in outer space? To hear what Chris had to say about the recording, just click on the link in the text part of today's post. Encourage courage.